Hey guys, long time no see. I am back. I am at Dream League right now, so the background's a little bit different. The camera quality is a little bit off, but don't you worry, guys. I'm going to do my best to give you the best content I can with the situation at hand. We have 7.36. It's been a huge update. Every hero in the game has now an innate passive or ability at level 1, and they all also have facets. So it's been a pretty much no gameplay changes other than some minor item nerfs and minor buffs to certain items. I will say this, that it looks like status resistance on S and Y was removed. It was not, so that's like something I just have to include at the start of this video because otherwise you guys are going to think it was when you don't read. That's what I've learned from my Twitch chat, at least. Shout out to you guys in Twitch chat. So we're going to be talking about how facets have kind of changed the game and how you guys can kind of keep a few ideas in mind about facets. And then I'm going to be talking to you guys right now about all the heroes I want to try and all the heroes that are confirmed pretty much broken on the first 2 days. So if you want to get it while it's hot before it gets nerfed, then now's the time. So general rule of thumb with your facets, the higher the uptime, the more likely it is that you are to take it. So an example would be for Axe. He has one that's only about Berserker's Call, and then he has one that gives him bonus strength anytime he's not near an ally. So much more often you're not near an ally than the actual time that you're calling. You'd want to take the one for the strength. While on Legion, you have one that gives more duel damage to your teammates if they damage the guy that you dueled. Or you can use the one for your overwhelming odds that gives you a barrier. That's what absolutely makes Legion broken, that one, the one that gives her the barrier, but you're more often using overwhelming odds than you are duel. So these are just kind of two examples of heroes that the more uptime the facet has, the more likely you are to take it. Another thing to keep in mind is certain heroes kind of got separated as supports and cores based on their facets. If you look at Nagas, you have the attacks for Riptide or the actual proc, which is better for supporting. You have Faceless Void, whose Chronosphere turns into a square that buffs him and his allies, so that's more of a support. And then you have Marcy, who has Sidekick as a support, or Bodyguard as a core. And then you have Mirana, who has Old Moonlight Shadow as a support, and a different ultimate or core that buffs up her attack speed and damage along with all of her allies. When you look at some heroes' facets that have completely changed their identity, it doesn't necessarily change the role that they're in, but it changes their identity. For instance, you have Lycan, a hero that no longer has summons with his second facet. You have Lifestealer, who completely changes his rage to be a strong dispel that has status resistance that he can use when he is stunned. So rather than magic immunity, he has that. DK, you get to literally choose which dragon you are at the start of the game. And then Wraith King either has summoned skeletons or a lot more focus on his right-click damage. So facets are a really cool part of Dota that I've liked so far. I've only gotten to play a couple games, but the big thing to note is that they all open up a lot of avenues to try. So before we get into the broken shit, I'm just going to talk about some stuff that I want to try. The first hero I want to try is Darkseer with the Quick Wit facet, which makes it so Darkseer gains 0.5 attack speed per point of intelligence. But then he also makes it so that his intelligence cannot be lower than his strength or agility. So you can go items that give you strength and agility and effectively give you extra attack speed because they're also upping your intelligence. So I'm definitely going to be trying that as mid or carry. Not sure if it's good, but it sounds like a good time. We're going to be trying Doom with the Devil's Bargain, which lets you sell items back for 90% of their price. I want to try Phase Boots Quintuple Bracer into a big item like Shiva's or Radiance. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I want to have that early game power of the bracers and then sell them later for only a loss of 50 gold. DK Carry, I want to be trying with the Fire Dragon. It makes his human form have cleave, and then his ult always has cleave. So basically just Dragon Knight, without the tower damage, and now he has cleave. I also want to be trying Lifestealer with both of them, ideally the Corpse Eater. I just love the idea of permascaling. He gets 2 max health per unit killed. The big thing about Lifestealer that isn't said here that I didn't know until I tested it is that Feast now also heals you off of ally creeps. So you not only get 2 max health by denying a creep, but you can also get a lot more health in lane. So a lot of people I think are underestimating Lifestealer. And in bad matchups where you're against like one single stun where they're meant to burst you, Unfettered might actually be pretty strong, and I will try to pick it in a game where that is the case. But I really want to see how this goes with like the Radiance build and eventually just having like 1,000 HP plus for free. I want to try Lion Mid with the Fist of Death. You can just read it here. Basically, extra scaling turns into a melee hero that cleaves after he fingers somebody, and if he kills somebody with that damage, then he gets more finger stacks. So sounds pretty memey, but gotta try. I gotta at least ruin a couple games, am I right? I want to try Lycan Carry with no wolves. These are not actual wolves, they just give you buffs. So with the level 25 talent, you're getting like an extra 140 damage with these, and you're also getting an extra 1800 HP. So it's just a lot for a universal hero, and he basically just no longer has summons, so completely different build. Want to try that out. I want to try Nyx Assassin as a support with the new Mind Flare. That one-shots big creeps that have mana. Just a hero that was usually starved for XP, and I already tried him core, didn't feel that great, so I definitely want to just try him as support, as a hero that is a way to actually get XP on the map to get his early level 6 and just be the threat that he's always been. He doesn't have the one-shot potential anymore because Mind Flare got reworked to not do like damage based on the damage you've done, but still definitely worth the attempt after the early XP gain. I want to try PA with Methodical and a bunch of attack speed items, considering like Mask of Madness, Echo Saber, Mjolnir. Not all of those, but maybe 1 or 2 of them, and then normal PA items. It's basically 50% bonus damage on your hero after 6 attacks. So your 6 attacks do 9 attacks worth of damage, which is kind of cool. Phantom Lancer, I want to try Divergence. Basically, his Juxtapose does a ton of damage, but you're going to spread that damage a lot because you can't control the Juxtapose illusions. And the fact that you can't control them means that they will go find targets on their own and they will Phantom Rush on their own. But overall, I want to see like what happens with that extra bit of damage, especially level 1 ulti. The farm speed, the creep wave clear, and overall like the single target like canceling of blinks in fights because you're searching for 700 radius of whoever you're attacking. I want to try Quap with Masochist, either mid or carry, because of the fact that she just has 15% spell amp straight up. I think you need to buy either Dagon or Bloodstone, something to compensate for the fact that you're killing yourself on opponents. But the fact that you're getting like Maelstrom or like Witchblade in the early game and you're just doing 15% extra damage, that sounds pretty insane to me, and it sounds pretty sexy with the name. And as Dota players, we all are masochists anyway. Am I right? I want to try Ricky with Exterminator, which basically makes Tricks of the Trade do a shit ton of damage to creeps, gives him a way to farm. He also has Backstab built in level 1, so he should have a pretty good way to lane. And then I go Ags. I want to try that. Silencer with Mask of Madness and Irrepressible. Not sure if it's good, but it's 100% worth a shot, so I will be doing it. Because just like Lion, time to ruin a few games on a new patch and likely have it not work, but just by the off chance, it's that 5% chance that it works, we're going to go for it. I also really want to try Tiny Carry. They just gave him so much with the Insurmountable, strength as slow resistance, and 10% of strength as status resistance. And then they made it so like the talent removes growth speed, attack speed reduction, just a lot of things like Craggy Exterior giving you debuff on the opponent who's attacking you, so they do less damage. You'll win a lot more man fights. So for free status resistance, free damage reduction from Craggy Exterior, penalties from his tree grab and grow removed. Just seems like something I want to try. Bonus damage got increased, move speed now. Just want to be trying him out. Seems like a really unique carry. Always fun to play him. So the heroes that are confirmed broken. We got Jug sitting at a 59% win rate across all pubs. I'm actually not sure which one is better. I feel like both facets are better, but now's the time to pick Jug. He's going to get nerfed in the next few days. We know you all love Jugs. On top of that, we mentioned Legion Commander at the beginning of the video with the Stonehall plate. Nobody can fight you. You just push Q. You have built-in Moment of Courage level 1. Laning stage is unstoppable. You can just first pick her and you can't lose lanes. Absolutely insane. And the Aghanims for duel just seems better now. On top of that, Leshrac, every int gives him 0.5 AoE for Lesh. So like when you look at this, they like nerfed all of his AoEs by like 25 and 50. But once you have 50 int, your Pulse Nova just has more radius. You get 50 int very early on in the game. Once you get 60 int, your Split Earth is just better. So for some reason, they made Leshrac even better. So I think Leshrac is absolutely busted. So that's it for now, guys. I will be posting almost daily to keep you updated on anything that comes into fruition from watching Dream League. I will be on the panels educating you guys there as well. So stay tuned for more videos coming out soon. Super excited to try all this stuff. I'll report back to you all the things that do work, all the things that don't work, and anything that other players are doing that I would like to try myself. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Easy YouTube video, and I'm out.